Hello and welcome to my first look at the Warhammer Horus Heresy Age of Darkness rulebook. It's right here, it's in my hands. Finally we get a rulebook, solid 336 page rulebook for Horus Heresy. With the advent of the Age of Darkness box set. You've got a Warlord Titan in the background. We're probably going to get rules for them. You've got the Spartan tank. You've got the Mark 6 powered armoured Space Marines there. One of these rule books I would say would cost you about £42.50. That's how much the 40k rule book is. On the plus side, you get this included in the Age of Darkness box set. For this rule book and the, say, resin version of the Spartan tank, that's almost the entry price of the box set alone. So then you're getting your 40 Space Marines, your 2 Praetors, your 10 Terminators, your Contemptor Dreadnought, and your dice and your whippy sticks and templates and things like that. So I think this is pretty good. I can't wait to unwrap this and have a look inside and go through all the pages with you. I'd say these books, I don't really go back and do a review of them. I normally have a first look and you know, a detailed look at them. So this is what we're going to do today. So happy. Today is a good day. I said I would go through this book separately in its own video because I think it deserves a video for me to do a, you know, unboxing of the box set with this included. I wouldn't do this book justice, so this is why it's got its separate video. What we've also got, which I don't think you'll probably get actually, and when it's released separately, is these reference sheets, which are, you know, a throwback to, you know, the older sort of 40k rules and things, which is great. I do like reference sheets, and you're getting 2, so 1 for each player. They're a nice card type material. They're a bit glossy. You've got collect them all, the Horus Heresy Primarchs. Fun fact, if you go to the Games Workshop HQ in Nottingham, they don't have any of these on the shelf. Which, yeah, yeah, anyway, I can't really say about that, anything about that. It says all available from gamesworkshop.com, but you've got 14 of them there. I think I have Alfarius, and I think that's the only one I have. So I've got some catching up to do. And obviously there's 14 there, and there are 18 Primarchs. And then you've got the Horus Heresy Siege of Terror. I wish the hardback books were available for a bit longer. They seem to get rid of them quite soon after release and then give you it in paperback. And the paperbacks just don't do them justice. I would always suggest you get these Siege of Terror books at least in hardback. I thoroughly enjoyed them so far. We've only got 2 more books left, and I think that the next book, I think book 7, is coming out about September time. So anyway, that's that sheet, and these are the reference sheets, so it might be worth holding on to all them. And let's have a look at this lovely, oh crikey, rule book. So if we're going to go through it kind of page by page, give you the lowdown of what's going on here. And you've got this map, the Galactica map, which I think is sold separately. I think you can still get it as well. Got this iconic piece of artwork there. I've got that poster. Beautiful. It's a great start. There you go. Warhammer, the Horus Heresy, Age of Darkness rulebook. Printed in China, like most, if not all of their books are, and it's 2021. I think they did make all of these things and publish them things in last year, and they've just been holding on to it, or maybe it's taken so long for them to you know, produce all of these. But this is the contents, just 1-page contents, perfect, beautiful, lovely, clean, 332 pages there. And then collecting Citadel and Forge World models, by far the most common way to engage in Horus Heresy, collecting Citadel and Forge World models. Forge World Horus Heresy models, both individual heroes and small units for display, as well as grand armies for gaming. There you go. The Age of the Emperor. Oh, this is a beautiful book. Oh, this is what I hope we would see. I hope we would see merging of Forge World models and, you know, the resin models and Games Workshop plastic ones, and with the artwork, with the Horus Heresy artwork that they've had in the big black books. Oh, this is perfect. Deus Ex Mechanicus. Will we see Dark Mechanicus? I'm not sure. Wow, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. So already that makes me want to get a Legion glaive tank, that is, with a big Volkite weapon, to go with my Volkite only Kratos. The Imperium of Mankind, another classic bit of artwork there. Yes, that is a Warlord Titan stood up on there. That just gives you an idea of just how massive the Imperial Palace is. The Imperial Palace sort of area covers the whole of the Himalayan mountains. You know, it's just, yeah, incredible. Wow, this is fantastic. I am so stoked, and we're only 25 pages. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. I mean, guys, you got like a Thunderhawk, I think, there, possibly, or something. Got some Dreadnoughts. That's quite cool. You've got the Legion, stages of Space Marine Surgical Initiation. Wow, a lot of love has gone into this book. This is surpassing my expectations. Look at this. So Mark II Crusade Armour, Mark III Iron Armour, my favourite, Mark IV Maximus, Mark V Heresy Armour, Mark VI Corvus Armour, which is what we've got in the set, and then, yeah, it sort of peters out. Legiones Astartes, First Legiones Astartes, Dark Angels, the Emperor's First Sons. So there's a look at them, and the Primarch Lionel Johnson. Oh, it's going to go through all of them, isn't it? A few pages per one. Then you've got Third Legion Onis Astartes, Emperor's Children, and Primarch Fulgrim. Oh, this is beautiful. Iron Warriors with Perturabo. This is incredible. White Scars, Jagatai Khan, Space Wolves with Lehman Russ. Got the Imperial Fists with Rogel Dawn, and the Night Lords with Conrad Kurz. This is a beautiful book, guys. Blood Angels with Sanguinius, Iron Hands with Ferrus Manus, World Eaters with Angry Ron, or Angron. You've got a Page Keeper, very handy. That'll be very handy in this book. You've got the Ultramarines with Rabute Gilliman, Death Guard, lovely bit of artwork, that I like that one, with Mortarion, Thousand Suns with Magnus, Sons of Horus with, of course, Horus Lupercal. Word Bearers with Lorgar. Salamanders with Vulcan. Raven Guard. Corvus Corax. Alpha Legion with Alfarius Omegan. They're twins, so. And then Talons of the Emperor. Wow, this is fantastic. So there you've got, oh, this is worth it just for the entry price alone, this is. So from page 40 to 111, you've got 71 pages of pure filth. of Space Marine Legions and their Primarchs. And it's presented beautifully. I couldn't get them to present it any better. They are top of their game with this Horus Heresy. They have been busy. They really have. Anyway, Talons of the Emperor. You've got the Sisters of Silence, and then you've got the Legio Custodes. Imperial Assassins, you've got the Ordo Sinister. So they're the Psychic Titans. Oh my lord. And then the Solar Auxilia. I think we are going to get an Imperium book later down the line. So this will be expanded. So you've got the Solar Cohorts. You've got the Mechanicum. So you've got the Tagmata Omnissiah. You've got the Dark Mechanicum and the Collegia Titanica, and there is a Reaver Titan. You've got the Age of Darkness, the Edge of Ruin. So a bit of a backstory, I say. Pivotal events. This is very handy, this timeline. Yeah, good. Any more? Yes, excellent. Good, nice, solid 8 pages there. The timeline. It's worth you going through that timeline if you get this. Rule book. Galaxy at War. You got Horus there. Don't know what he's doing next to a lander, but there's the map that you can get separate. Odd, break in the pages, but then you go on to the core rules. Excellent. Models and units. So this is what we've got. We've got movement. So movement's moved across. You've got weapon skill and ballistic skill, strength, toughness, wounds, initiative, attacks, leadership, and armor save. So initiative is something that we didn't really have in 40k. So that's been reserved from 7th edition. But movement has moved over. So you've got a legionary, which is a movement of 7 inches, but tech priest is 6. You've got initiative 4 there, leadership 7, save 3+. You've got the character profile, so it goes through that, forming a unit, models and base sizes, general principles, rolling a d3, rolling a d66. So you roll 2d6, one after the other. Blast markers and templates. Apocalyptic blast, they did do an apocalyptic blast marker. I'm not sure whether you can still get that. So you've got the turn. You've got the turn phases. You've got movement, shooting, and assault. That's it. That is it. Okay. Reactions. Core reactions. You've got a little bit of artwork for some Spartans. So you've got the movement phase. Good. So, you got wobbly model syndrome, which won't really be prevalent too much because you don't have many metal models anymore, but you've got 4 pages about the movement phase. Shooting phase, roll to hit. You've got 6 pages of, 8, okay, 8. All 10, 12, 14 pages of shooting phase. That's quite a lot. But it goes through the ranges and it goes through fire's ballistic skill. So, if you've got a ballistic skill of 6, you only need a 2+, and so on. Which models can fire, allocating wounds. So this goes through the toughness and strength here. So pretty much if they're the same, so if the target toughness is 4 and the strength of the weapon is 4, it's going to be 50-50 chance it'll wound. Obviously the higher the strength, so if it's 1 above the toughness, it's a 3+, but if it's 2 or more, it's always a 2+. That's the easiest way that I can remember it. You've got instant death as well. If a model suffers an unsaved wound from attack with this special rule, it's reduced to 0 wounds and removed as a casualty. You've got ordnance weapons there, assault weapons, rapid destroyer weapons. Here we go. They've brought back destroyer weapons. When a destroyer weapon inflicts a glancing hit or penetrating hit, it inflicts D3 hull points of damage instead of a single hull point. When a destroyer weapon inflicts a wound on a non-vehicle model, it inflicts D3 wounds instead of a single wound. So look, there's your volcano cannon there. Wow, and they even show like some Forge World tanks there. That's brilliant. The assault phase. Locked in combat. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Again, roll to hit, roll to wound. 10, 12, 13 pages also of the assault phase. You've got morale. You've got falling back, regrouping. And then unit types. You've got infantry, cavalry, automata, dreadnought, demon, primarch, unit subtypes. Okay. Characters. Character types. Characters moving. Psychic powers. So you do have some psychic powers in this. Vehicles. So they even got something straight away with the Land Raider Proteus, which has been around before on Forge World. It's the one with the, I think the heavy bolters. I can only dream that they bring out the Achilles. So some more rules about vehicles, because that's going to be important. Assaults with vehicles. Disembarking, place and disembarking models. So it does go into depth massively. Fast vehicles, skimmers, super heavy vehicles. So they're not affected in any way by difficult terrain or dangerous terrain. Shooting, it's always treated as if it remains stationary. Good, they brought that back. And each weapon can fire at different targets. You've got super heavy transports as well. Knights and Titans, here we go. Different reactions. Shooting them. You've got arm-mounted weapons and carapace. They can move and shoot them in their firing arc, in any firing arc. Okay, flyers, hover subtypes, battlefield terrain, different terrain types, fortifications. I hope they do bring out some scenery, some plastic scenery for Horus Heresy. That'd be incredible, wouldn't it, if you think about it? Buildings. Fortified wall. It's got its own data sheet. Will we see a fortified wall? Kit. Imperial bunker. Defense laser. Hoping we do see some scenery for them. Special rules. Interesting. Wow. Barrage. So they brought back some special rules here. Blast weapons. Concussive. Eternal Warrior. Feel no pain, hit and run. Independent characters. Lots of special rules in this bit. Template weapons. And that's it. So a big chunk there of rules. All the way from, well, 147 to 249. So 102 pages just of rules. And the different special rules and things like that. That's quite a big chunk, isn't it, there? What else do we have? I think we've just got some nice pretty pictures to look at. There's Horus. Some of his Sons of Horus force. I tried to look at some of the models in the background, see which were plastic, which were resin. I think that Scorpius is still a hybrid kit, plastic and resin, and I think the Mastodon is still resin, and I think these two Bombards are still fully resin. But Gaming in the Age of Darkness, all collecting an army. Here we go. Mark Rayner's Sons of Horus. So they showcase some of the forces. Obviously people have had many years to build up their Horus Heresy forces, their Legion forces. You've got some word bearers there, some Calvorback, some Salamanders, Might Lords. Wow, we're really going for it with the number of armies, aren't we? Raven Guard, Death Guard, you've even got some Knights and Titans there. Solar Auxilia. Age of Darkness modes of play. You've got narrative play, campaign play, open play and match play. Preparing for battle. It's a small saber tank, by the way, if you wanted to know. I'm not sure whether that's the new Rhino. I think it is. Just looks a little bit odd from this angle. That's the older Dreadnoughts, the older Contemptor Dreadnoughts. Lords of War and Primarch restrictions. Here we go. So, maximum combined Lords of War Primarch value. If you're playing 2,000 points, you can only have a 500 point Lord of War Primarch value. This is your Crusade Force organisation charts. So you've got an HQ, 2 troops. And that's your primary detachment. That's required. Allied detachment. You can have a Lord of War HQ and a troop. It's compulsory to get a Lord of War as well. These are all the allies. So as you can see, some of them are good allies, some of them are bad, some are distrusted. Yeah, by the Emperor's or War Master's command. Yeah, 2 forces will only ever fight beside in the direst of circumstances. Warlord traits. Very, very nice look at Mechanicum there, with some very expensive models from Forge World. That Porphyrion itself is about £400 now. Just put it in perspective. That gaming board is way too small. I just tell you that right now. If that is just the gaming board with a Reaver and a Mastodon, no, too small. This tiny little saber tank. Looks tiny, doesn't it? But yeah, I guess they've just set it up like that. A lot of terrain as well, but there we are. That one is a bit more like it. Got a big Typhon tank there. And this one, whoa, that's incredible. With the Custodes. A Hive Zone, Hive War Zone even. And there's some Talons of the Emperor, some Custodes with Valdor on his less of a scenic base. Battles in the Age of Darkness. And then you've got some deployment zones and objective markers with old Soul Tarvets and a Centurion. Different missions as well. A lovely look at some Imperial Fists there with Sigismund and Rogel Dawn. No Pollux, it's not about. Do like the shields on those Terminators, very, very cool. Maybe we'll get a plastic Doredio. And that is it. So, oh, no, we've still got a little bit more to go. Got Psychic Disciplines. I mean, it's mainly for Magnus, isn't it, really? You've got the reference, which is very nice to have there. You've got building damage table, vehicle damage table, core reactions, weapons. This is pretty cool. And then your index and a look at the box set. And then another little advert for the books. And that is it. What I would have liked as well is a code on at the end to have a digital version of just those 100 pages, or just, even if it was a bit more of a condensed rule set with the number of turns and things like that, I think that would be fantastic. So we could have it on like an iPad or tablet, whatever, and just take that around rather than taking the big, 336 page book everywhere, or relying on your mate to have that at their house. I mean, I guess you could just take these, but you're missing out on all those special rules and things of which you have to have this book for. Probably they'll bring out a condensed version which is just the rules and not the story and the 70 pages of the Primarchs and things like that. Who knows? That would be cool. That would be a good idea, I think. But as it stands, I am very impressed with this book. This is beautiful, and I'm going to be going through this, reading it, and spending a lot of time with it over the next few weeks. What do you guys think? I think, yeah, I am very, very chuffed, very happy with this. Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.